When it comes to doing weekly wrestling television, there's really no one proper way to do it. Less talk, more action, less action, more talk. Find the right ingredients, figure out what works, and just roll with it. The most important thing is proper formatting. You have to make sure the show is properly formatted so people are tuned in. Whether people are talking, whether people are in the ring, whether people are in the back, whether people are beating the shit out of each other in a goddamn parking lot or on top of the Joe Louis Arena. My God, the Giant fell down. Holy shit, how is he still alive and not even wet? And why is there a mummy that they say is a Yeti dry humping Hogan along with the Giant, trying to give him double penetration? If you don't know what I'm talking about, then, well, you never watched WCW at its best and worst, and also worst. But now, these days, when it comes to proper wrestling formatting, well, some shows can get it right, and WWE can even get it right. But mostly, they just do a lot of talk. They do action interrupted by commercials, and then interrupted by backstage segments, and then interrupted by entrances that lead to more commercials, and then we get recaps upon recaps upon recaps, recaps of the recaps, and I don't even fucking know how WWE is maintaining any viewers. Even when the talent does some good shit, they just find a way to undercut it because Vince and Co. just don't fucking care anymore. I'm John Rectum with my review of WWE Raw from Evansville, Indiana. Once me, not Erie, Indiana. Anybody remember the show Erie, Indiana? God, that was a weird show. Yep, they're continuing the whole thing of Sasha and Naomi disappointed the WWE Universe. They disappointed millions of people. You barely have 2 million people watching your weekly television anymore, WWE. I don't know the full story about what's going on with Sasha and Naomi. USA Network put out a tweet talking about, the walking out, the biggest exits, the most controversial exits, and people are thinking, oh, maybe it could be a work. Let me tell you right now, they turned this into a work. It's one of the most elaborate works, and it's going to backfire on them tremendously. It's already backfired on the goddamn company. I talked about that in my SmackDown review. Who the fuck knows what's going on? I hope Sasha and Naomi are happy, regardless of what they fucking do. So, by the way, they were replaced in the intro. Sasha was replaced by Ronda, and Cody replaced Naomi. So Cody ends racism, and then we're moving on. We get recaps of RK Bro and the Usos from SmackDown, and yes, show the kids crying again. That's what you little shits get for having lousy heroes. You should learn to listen to your parents, or figure out that maybe cheering for Riddle is not a good thing, because Riddle doesn't care about you kids. He doesn't even care about his own fucking kids. Orton, somebody worth cheering for. He's a cautionary tale, I'll say that much. Anyway, here's Riddle. He sounds like a congested shop owner, or a pot shop owner, as it were. Riddle fired up a little bit in this promo, and it was fine once he got fired up, but I can't fucking take Riddle seriously. I can't fucking do it. He's a lesser talented RVD, and he can work in the ring. I just don't fucking care about his character. He puts over the Usos. Randy was hurt going into the match, apparently, or hurt coming out of the match because he's not there tonight. He doesn't know if RK Bro will ever be a thing again. God, that would be such a fucking shame. Put together some compelling tag teams, not this, even though they can work together. He calls Roman a tribal piece of trash about 18 million times. And then back from the break, by the way, he leads the RK Bro chant. And then we get a card rundown. We do the Cody countdown for, the beginning of the third hour. The Profits are out. And then Zayn makes his entrance, and Usos have a brief promo. We got kids crying. At least you didn't handle the kids crying like Benoit did. Had to shoehorn that one in. So Riddle and the Profits took on the Zayn. Oh, Zaynos. Daylight come in, I don't give a fuck. By the way, we're over 20 minutes into the show before the first match started. This is what I talked about with formatting. Get people into the fucking action, and then you can do a promo at the start of the second hour or something. Get people in with a fucking match. When they do that, then often they'll just go to a DQ, so I get that you can't give away big money matches on TV. They're not really in competition with anybody except, themselves, because they keep shooting themselves in the fucking foot. But God damn it. By the way, I will say this much. When it comes to having hurt ribs, Riddle has hurt ribs. Scissoring does hurt your ribs. Do not ask how I know that. I will be taking no further questions. They did some sort of hot tag, and then the Usos left, and RKO from Riddle on Zayn, 1, 2, 3. Boy, if Zayn wasn't part of, the most embarrassing match WWE has put on, any of their premium live events in a while. with the Anything Goes match, maybe I'd be more invested in Zayn the character. But I wish nothing but the best for Zayn the person. Recaps of Lashley and Edward James Olmos, and Lashley comes out with his entrance and we go to break. And then Lashley cuts a promo. Lashley's promos are fine when it's short and sweet and they don't contain too many words that have S in them. Because Lashley is well spoken, he seems like a nice guy. He was great on that Broken Skull session. God damn it, this was brutal. They left him out there to twist in the wind. MVP with a Top Gun Maverick reference that was so shoehorned in, it was as subtle as a brick to the skull, which is what every member of Creative and Bruce Pritchard, Kevin Dunn, Johnny Ace deserve, is bricks to the skull. In fact, get bricks in a bag, do like, in Full Metal Jacket with the soap, and then when they stop moving, we can get better people in the goddamn company. I know that it's wrestling, but at the end of the day, if wrestling is going to continue to basically slap the fans in the face, and Creative is just going to be really, really bad at their job, they deserve this kind of treatment. And I can't wait for Pritchard, Johnny Ace, and Kevin Dunn, quite frankly, to just, freaking leave this earth. They won't be missed, and hopefully every wrestling fan remaining pisses on their graves. Or pisses in their ashes. Anyway, enough of that. So Lashley talks again. How about this, MVP? I face you, and the winner picks the stipulation for Hell in a Cell. Well, Edward James almost just stands there. So we get the Edge intro. Judgment Day. And Jesus, Rhea, good God. Rhea's the Eradicator. 1,000 years of Judgment Day. So, by the way, the eagerly anticipated return to Riyadh, Saudi Arabia for Crown Jewel on November 5th. Hide your kids. No, not hide your kids. I'm sure kids are safe there. Hide any women. Well, women actually, have a little bit of right. They only get stoned a few times. Okay, enough of that. In all seriousness, these events make WWE a lot of money. There are good fans over there. This isn't a good government. There are plenty of good fans over there. Well, whatever. It is what it is. They're hyping this up. And I'm pretty certain they turned the crowd mics down because people are probably booing. Recaps of Asuka and Becky. And then we smash cut to Dana talking to Pierce. She wants a match with Carmella. There isn't a match on this fucking earth in at least U.S. wrestling that I can think that I want to see less than Dana Brooke versus Carmella. Dana can at least sort of work. Carmella is a fucking lost cause. Has been for a while. Becky then runs into her and says, hey, I want my match stricken from the record because Asuka sprayed in my face. I wish she'd spray my... Moving on. She says, I want another match. Pierce says, how about this? Can't take her title contendership away. You beat Asuka. Tonight, you get to be added to the match. 3 women, all human centipede together. And I am going to turn that into a thing. So, by the way, Judgment Day is still in the ring. Judgment Day is still in the ring, and this is about 10 minutes. And then Priest just keeps screaming, rise, rise, Rock, stop thinking about it. I know you're thinking about it. You stop it. Get some help. I wonder if Rhea would, hammer me with those spikes and just, whip me like that one guy in one of the Da Vinci Code movies. But stop it. Get some help. So, we can help people, but you have to help yourselves. Judgment Day is power. It's about drive. It's about power. And he basically says that Edge says he's a miracle of his hard work. You're afraid to grab life by its throat and wring it for all it's worth. Sorry, Nancy can't come. She's tied up in the phone right now. And Daniel, he's sleeping. Is Daniel sleeping right now? Yep. So anyway, and then rattles off a list of people, including AJ, and he says, well, if you don't join us, maybe when you're tucking your kids in at night, they'll call me Uncle Ed. You're going to call me Daddy. Then Liv and AJ making her entrance to the break. And then we have Styles and Liv. Liv has watched me on her tight stuff. Thinking about it, Kier. I know you're thinking about it. You stop it. You get some help, Kier. I will turn this show around right now. Not that it wasn't heading directly into a wall like Dale Earnhardt Sr., but stop it. Get some help. God, that line's going to get me in trouble. So they took on Priest and Rhea. Second match. We are 73 minutes into the program. Formatting. Rhea and Liv took turns fisting and grinding down on each other. Pounding, topping, scissoring, making me wonder if I'm actually talking about wrestling anymore, except I wasn't to begin with. And crowd was into it. Later, Edge interferes, and then Rhea tops Liv 1, 2, 3. Then we get a beatdown, a spear to AJ by Edge. Yay. And where was Finn? Genuine question. They explain where Finn was. I tend to tune out commentary because I keep wishing that Corey Graves' mother had actually used birth control. So anyway, Miz compares himself to Kim Kardashian. As unfair, Miz has talent. Miz isn't a cure to the entertainment industry and isn't an embarrassment to the human race like Kim Kardashian and all the Kardashians and Jenners, quite frankly. So, why was he dressed like a bumblebee? I'm not even talking about the Transformer. So, we come out, we have Lawler coming out for King's Court, and we go to break. And then Veer comes out. You know, I understand that we're going to actually have Veer beat up Lawler's kid, and they were actually going to have him choke him out, but unfortunately they're 4 years too late. So Lawler does some really, really bad jokes. Calls the Mysterios the Dominics. Good fucking job there. I know you tend to think about kids quite a bit, Lawler, but one, Dominic's a boy, and he's a little bit old for you even if he was a girl. So good job there. Good job there, you fucking idiot. Go get your girlfriend out of high school. Be there for her graduation. You like him young, you prick. God, I wish September 2012 actually, it just stuck. Anyway, so, and I know that Evansville was a town that Memphis Wrestling ran, and that's great, when Memphis Wrestling was a thing. Sure, people can fondly remember his studio wrestling, all that and everything, and Lawler was a big star for them. He was. He even made shots in the AWA, and he was a big star, and for a while, his shtick worked. It doesn't work now. Veer was about to send him to God, but Lawler ain't going up there. He's going down there. So, the Mysterios show up and instantly botch everything. I blame Dominic and his Easter Island looking face. I don't know why I hate Dominic. I probably just can't stand the fact that he has been around for about 2 years and has not gotten any better. And I know that it's tough to do, but he's not cut out for this at all. He's better than David Flair, but that's not saying much. Alexa then says to Sarah, Sonya should look into therapy. It works wonders. There's not enough therapy in the world to make me want to endure an Alexa Bliss title run. Alexa took on Nikki Ash. Corey mentions once again how Sasha and Naomi disappointed the WWE Universe, while you, Corey, disappoint your ex-wife and kids that you abandoned. And you disappoint commentators that are dead, that could do better than you, and they're dead. So anyway, Twisted Bliss, 1, 2, 3. They are going to have Alexa beat Bianca, and then we will instantly just say, that's it, fuck it, no, stop, don't do this anymore. She still has fucking dough. I don't care how much merch she sells. I don't want to see Alexa Bliss on my television screen anymore. I don't wish her ill. I don't want to fucking see her anymore. She's had about 18 different characters, and none of them have been any good. I used to be a fan of hers. That was a few years ago. I'm done. So, Rollins mentions how big Cody's clock is. I think that's what he said. His suit was so loud I couldn't hear him or people within a 50-mile radius of him. People in the next county heard and saw his suit somehow. And adrenaline in my soul as Pyro's out of fucking control. We get an Asuka package. I will say this much. WWE does great packages. And Sarah, Christ, Sarah, good Lord. Good Lord. This Asuka stuff. I love Asuka. They don't make... I'm sure she's having fun. This is getting ridiculous. I can't listen to Asuka's promos. I can't. They're too ridiculous. Miz comes out as Bumblebee, and Cody and Miz, same as it ever was. Rollins interferes. They knock him around. He throws Cody into the steps. Grabs the weight belt that Rollins handed to a kid. Hopefully that kid cried. That's what you get for having Cody as a hero, you idiot. Why am I picking on children for no reason? And whips him with a belt once. We're gonna get a belt on a pole match inside Hell in a Cell. Vince Russo has struck again. Then Cody says to the referee, the black referee, I forgot her name. Come on, Brandy. For the last time, Cody, my name's not Brandy. Okay, come on, not Brandy. I actually don't know her name, and I have nothing against her. She's a good ref, but Whatever. So, Owens was on commentary, sort of. And then Ultimate Ezekiel beat Gable in a match that meant absolutely nothing because none of this means anything. Remember when people said that Gable would actually get a push out of this? Oh, I wish that you guys were right, but you aren't because nobody's going to take Gable seriously. Owens then challenges Ezekiel for a Hell in a Cell. By the way, this match ended with a roll-up because of course it did. And yeah, he challenges him for a match at Hell in a Cell. Recaps of Cody and Rollins that we just saw 10 minutes ago. Cody mentions that he will be right here waiting for you. He'll be right there waiting for Rollins. And I can't. I've been done with Cody for about 3 years. He can work. He clearly has a passion for wrestling, but guess what? The promos are fucking... He's not Dusty. He is not a fraction of what Dusty was. Anyway, Lashley comes out for his entrance. We go to break. MVP with Edward James Olmos took on Lashley. And after Edward James Olmos kept interfering, Corey mentions about the running boot in the corner. Oh, it's like he invokes the name of Chono. If only Chono would kick Corey's fucking head off. Masahiro Chono could still do that. Lashley got counted out and then put the Hurt Lock on MVP. Because Edward James almost forgot how to go over a barricade, as he forgets to pretty much do anything except stand there. So, Lacey Evans returns next week to make Raw great again. They might as well just have that goddamn thing stapled across, or stenciled across her goddamn chest. Bianca entrance and break. Asuka and Becky get a little bit more time this time, but not much. We do a thing where Becky ends up in Bianca's lap, giggity. Asuka kicks Bianca, and gets tossed into the announcer's table, rushes back in just for the countout, and a stupid roll-up, 1, 2, 3. I'm not even against Becky winning. Yeah, they might find a way to do a three-way, and this is the only way they could do it, is like have a fluky finish, but they could have done better than this. That's all I gotta say about that. It's not even that it was a worse show, it's just badly formatted. Agree, disagree with what I said? Like, share, subscribe, Twitter handle in the description. I'm John Ritlin. I'll see you soon.